So, as someone who pretty much exclusively uses Ryu in the Street Fighter series, I was very much looking forward to this match because there are finer details in Street Fighter 2 that I'm not fully aware of. And you always want to be ready to learn and absorb, so that way you can, whoa, look at that. That way you can basically sharpen your understanding. Because what you learn in any game, you can pretty much transfer it over to whichever fighting game that you play. So that was a good jump. Yeah, so right there, pretty much my thought process is that this is a game, I guess to my knowledge, that, ooh, that was good, that was good, that was good. Keeping it up, not afraid. Right there. Oh man, oh. Yep. Oh man. Maybe if I had a better understanding of how the spin kick worked right there, maybe I could have hit him with that crouching fierce. But as I was saying, this Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting strikes me as a game where you cannot hesitate, you know, and you have to be fully aware completely of what's going on in the match, because there's nothing to carry you like out of a dangerous situation. It comes down to your knowledge. It comes down to your ability to basically apprehend, right? That might be the wrong word, but recognize what position you're in and to be able to answer back with the right answer right away. So I would keep that in mind as this goes on. It's a very fast-paced game. I messed up my fireball right there. You saw me whip that standing heavy punch, and he probably reacted to it faster than I did and just punished me with the fireball, like no hesitation whatsoever. That spin kick that you see, this is good so far. The spin kick that you see, to my understanding, it has some form of invincibility to it for a short period of time, and to deploy it in certain situations is something that I have to recognize. Basically, it's not really my style to go for something like that. It probably does have its uses, but I have to get a better understanding of it. And this guy showed me a couple of ways to do that. I'm getting destroyed right now. That's alright, it's a first to 5. But this is cool though, because it's kind of rare for me to get a match for hyper fighting on Fightcade. And I feel like I need this type of experience, at least like some sort of practice, to be able to go and play those guys at Arcade 82. I really want to do well there, so this was a really cool match. Like, I appreciated this match tremendously. Alright, let's get into this. We both open with a jump, which covers the fireball. Right there, I'm surprised he wasn't ready to counter my air spin kick after my neutral jump over the fireball, because he seemed quite ready for most everything else. Had a good cross-up combo there. At this level of play so far, where my skills are at, I don't have a solid understanding of the CPS1 chain combos yet. And I'm pretty sure I could have employed them or deployed them, whatever, right there in my cross-up game. I just have to get used to it a little bit more. Okay. I understand throwing fireballs up close like that. It does have a good amount of pushback, but if they... Look, right there, that's what I was about to say. If you have a read on them throwing a fireball immediately after an up-close fireball, like 2 consecutive fireballs, that spin kick can clip them. You'll trade with the fireball, but I'm pretty sure the spin kick does more damage. So that guy, he was fully aware of that. Yeah, I feel like I was jumping over those fireballs at a pretty decent range. Maybe he didn't know whether to Shoryuken or not. That was kind of my mindset right there. Very spacing dependent. His Shoryukens were really good. Like he waited perfectly, executed perfectly, which was nice to see, you know. There goes that spin kick, right? Like at that certain range. You'll see the adaptation to it later. And I think it kind of shut him down a little bit once I figured it out. But yeah, I'm getting killed. I think that's 3 straight. My goodness, gotta figure it out. Even at this stage, you can't get intimidated. You know, you gotta stick to knowing what works and not, man. See, that wasn't too bad of a punish, you know. Still ready for the DP right there. Man, I got thrown. That was terrible. So my jump timing was off. These are all adjustments that I have to make basically immediately. I'm 3 games down. My life bar is 3/4 of the way down, pretty much. Got a good knockdown right there. Good jump timing there. Yeah, see how I'm sweeping him and throwing the fireball? Oh man, I can't believe I got hit by that. Yep, good poke. Man, that spin kick has a huge hitbox. That was a good Shoryuken on my part. I had the life lead here. He's being patient. Oh man. Maybe a standing roundhouse would have connected right there. Since he didn't attack in the air, I know air attacks can trade with the grounded roundhouse from Ryu. I don't know about all of them. Okay, blocking. Probably should have neutral jumped right there. Alright, alright. Okay. Oh, darn. It's okay. So, Ryu can control his fireball speed very in a lot of different ways in this game. He has a really slow one, he has a very fast one, and a medium paced one. And the thing is that there's a deliberate jump timing that you have to know in order to navigate over those fireballs. And if you jump at a, like, just a guess, you know, like, oh, he's gonna fireball right now, without considering the fireball speed, then more often than not, you can get hit by that fireball. You'll land right on top of it, and it'll allow the other character to get his pressure onto you, which is definitely not good in this game. Like, you die very quickly, you get knocked out very quickly in Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Yeah, I pretty much had the upper hand right here. I had good, yep. I had a good life lead right there. Good advantage. Could afford to take a risk if I wanted to, risk or 2 perhaps. But it's interesting as well because there's such a thing as random stun in this game. So even if you have a comfortable life lead and you want to go for something risky, it could cost you the game. So I would say that aspect makes this Street Fighter extremely upfront, extremely, yep, you have to be solid. Like, it demands a high degree of skill to play this game, I would say.
Round 3, fight.
Some people might not like that element of the random stun, but for me it just makes it so you have to be on your P's and Q's 24/7, and that's pretty intense. That's cool. I think that's a very key element of a Street Fighter game. So I'm cool with it. If you get hit, it's your fault. Uppercut right there, yep. I tend to go for the same setup on knockdown every single time, but that's just because I'm not too aware of what exactly is possible, like what exactly are my offensive options. Ryu does not have an overhead in this game. Throws are really good. I know that's one of them. But the thing is too, it's kind of funny because maybe throws in this game are unbreakable. That's kind of old news already, but they're a little bit taboo still. Like, people will still kind of give you a funny look these days if you throw them in this game, like, oh man, like, did you really do that? Did you really have to do that to win? So my rule of thumb generally is I don't throw in this game at all, you know, unless somebody else does it to me. Then that basically opens up the door to, like, okay, you're gonna play like that, then I guess I'll play like that too, because I can't afford not to. It's too much of a factor that can change the tide of battle. Like, you can't ignore it. So It is what it is. Good Shoryuken right there. I know the Shoryuken's gonna go through the fireballs if you time it right there. Boom. Exhibit A and B. Great uppercut. Ooh, could have got way more damage right there, I'm sure. A jumping round, neutral jump roundhouse could have beat that spin kick. And right there, I remembered I had tried to do a wake up reversal Shoryuken, and I was wrong. Or my timing was wrong. I executed incorrectly. Good link right there, still fireballing. I noticed he likes to jump like earlier in the match, right? Earlier in the set, I was throwing consecutive fireballs, and I think over time it, right there, yeah, it got into his mind like, hey, like this guy really has a high percentage perhaps of using those consecutive fireballs. So I began to throw one at a time and see how he reacted, and that was a heavy factor in this because I got a lot of anti-airs because of it. And that's okay. I can reuse walk speed and the speed of the fireball as well to adjust even if he doesn't jump. So, you know, that roundhouse right there doesn't do much damage. I was missing a lot of fireball inputs as well. That's what those whiffs are. Those whiffs on the standing fierce punch, those were failed fireballs. Unfortunately, you know. So what I did to adjust was, instead of using the fierce fireballs at key moments all the time, I had to use like maybe a jab or a medium punch fireball. So at least that way, if I executed incorrectly, at least my normal move that came out instead, at least it would recover faster, you know, so I can regain my footing, whether I need to adjust forward or backwards, or perhaps react to see if he didn't jump, you know, and set myself up for another fireball opportunity perhaps. Great uppercut by that guy right there. Oh my goodness, he could have finished me right there. And dude, you can't be afraid in this game. So he swung the tide in his favor, and I swung it right back. You know, you can't really be too complacent in this game, especially in the other matchups. This is a very basic matchup, Ryu versus Ryu. Got him to land on one of my fireballs. There's that spin kick right there. Keep that in mind. I did low kick, low kick, low kick into sweep, and he would basically do this reversal spin kick. Man, he's just tearing me apart. I'm getting hit by the tornado right now. But yeah, like, learning to react to that spin kick is going to be quite important, I would say, for success. I think I try it right here. Look, sweep, and then I wait, and then here comes the uppercut, as you saw right there. And unfortunately, I didn't have the more layers after that, you know, so I kind of was just testing him, like, to let him know that, hey, I know you like to do that, and I'm going to use it against you. You're not going to use it against me. And I'll get better at that as time goes on. Knowledge is definitely power. Even more so in these old games, for sure. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, normally I like to choose the white Ryu with the red headband, but he got the color first. Yep, spin kicking through my fireballs. Right there. Oh, what was that? Maybe that was a missed input on my end. That was terrible. Yeah, I waited right there. I knew he was going to try to keep up the pace. Now he's in the corner, which is a terrible situation to be in. That throw I was telling you about, he did it to me first, so that's where it came in right there. I was waiting for the key moment to do that, and the perfect opportunity arose, and I had to take it. He could have broke it with the light Shoryuken, but he failed to do so. It's alright. Here we go. Yep, keep it solid. Might be able to do something in between those spin kicks. Here we go, here we go. Okay, probably could have uppercutted through that. Yeah, see how he's doing that jump? Waiting for it, it's okay. Not getting intimidated by the fireballs. Waiting for it again. We both waited. Use the spin kick to avoid potentially getting hit by that fireball there. It's very specific, you know, and you gotta react like at the right moments, or else it could be over. Kept it safe right there. Timer's winding down. We both know it's over. That's pretty much it. Street Fighter is a game of inches, similar to what you've heard about the NFL, meaning that the finer beauty of the game is in the details. And shoot, you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna show you that beauty that only this genre can offer you. You can't find this anywhere else. Appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. The battle rages on. Peace.